Assalamu alaikum. This video is to explain and demonstrate directory traversal attack. So my name is Danish Ali and my group member's name is Muhammad Asim. The video is comprised of two parts. The first part is comprised of the explanation of directory traversal attack, and the second part is the demonstration of directory traversal attack. So before going towards the demonstration, it is important to understand that what is directory traversal attack and where it is conducted and how it is conducted. So directory traversal attack is also known as path traversal attack, and it is being conducted on web servers. So directory traversal attack can be conducted on web servers only if that website or web server is vulnerable to directory traversal attack, or the code of the application, there is a mistake or in the code of the application, so that an attacker can attack on the application or the server side with malicious intentions. By the way, there are two mechanisms by which a website server can confront any malicious attacker's intentions, and those two mechanisms are access control lists, and second one is the root directory. Now the question arises that what that access control list and root directory is. So first of all, let's come up to the access control list. So the access control list is a list which is comprising a list in which there is the login details of the users, or the authentication users details like login, username, or the password, or the critical information which is required to get into the system. So the authentication list has all these informations, and that list is basically modified and manipulated by the administrator of the system, and that administrator could be the system itself, or a person who is handling all the data, all the authentication details, right? So that no person which is unauthenticated can enter in the system. Now second important mechanism which is used to confront the web server from any malicious attack is the root directory. So root directory is a directory where all the authenticated users has an access. So in the root directory, a user would be having a lot of files which he can have access on, like he can read over there, he can write over there, he can delete files as well. But outside that root directory, all the informations are confidential, because outside root directory there is a high probability of keeping of files which are having passwords, which are having usernames of other users. So obviously हम एक्सेस नहीं दे सकते कि रूट डायरेक्टरी से बाहर कोई भी यूज़र आकर एक्सेस ले, बिकॉज वहाँ पर उन यूज़र्स की पासवर्ड्स और यूज़र नेम्स पड़े हुए हैं, और by utilizing all those files, a user can have an access to another user's account, and that would be very harmful for the website or the confidentiality of the information. So root directory is the portion where an unauthenticated user can have an access, and he can manipulate files and can do a lot of stuff, but not outside the root directory. Now in order to conduct a directory traversal attack, सबसे पहले हमें पता होना चाहिए कि वो वेबसाइट vulnerable है कि नहीं directory traversal attack के लिए. Once we know that, we can use the browser to communicate with the web server of that website, and by communicating the web server through that browser, actually web browsers are very fairly friendly, so we can use those slashes and dots, the combination of those slashes and dots to shift between files and the directories, and we can go outside the root directory where normally users where normally any user do not have an access. तो हम root directory से बाहर आ सकते हैं, and we can have an access on those confidential directories and files where the confidential data is hidden, confidential data is lying, and confidential data is lying outside the root directory. तो हम वहाँ पर पहुँचना चाह रहे हैं by the directory traversal attack. So we have certain tools by which we can find the vulnerability of a website, whether that website is vulnerable to the directory traversal attack or not. So in Kali Linux we have tools like Bubsuite and the .pawn. So those software basically scan through that website's URLs, FTP URLs, HTTP URLs, and find out that status 402 status आता है, 402 404 आता है, telling us that the result not found or the invalid request. But कुछ स्टेटसेस आते हैं जो बताते हैं कि आपको एक वेबसाइट एक पर्टिकुलर यूआरएल के ऊपर अननॉर्मल एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर शो कर रही है. So on those abnormal behaviors we get to know कि okay, so these URLs or these HTTP or FTTP URLs, the website is giving an abnormal behavior. So maybe this is where we can violate or exploit the web server from this URL. But as we already have find out a website which is already vulnerable to directory traversal attack, so हम manually यूजिंग डॉट डॉट बेसिकली एक जो डॉट होता है एक विंडोज़ के अंदर और लिनक्स के अंदर डिफरेंट होता है. हम बैक स्लैश यूज़ करते हैं फॉर दी विंडोज़ फॉर दी डायरेक्टरीज में शिफ्ट करने के लिए, एंड हम फॉरवर्ड स्लैश यूज़ करते हैं लिनक्स के लिए, लेकिन हम विंडोज़ में कर रहे हैं. सो बेसिकली विल यूज़ स्लैश एंड डॉट डॉट डॉट. जो सिंगल डॉट है वो रिप्रेजेंट करता है दैट द करंट डायरेक्टरी, एंड व्हेन वी पुट डबल डॉट्स along with the slash, it tells us that we want to shift towards the parent directory. So हम shift करते जाएंगे from the file to the parent directory and parent directory, and parent eventually will get outside of the root directory, and then we can again give a URL or HTTP or FTTP URL after the root directory से बाहर निकल कर, and then we can get into the prohibited area or the confidential area of the web server, where we can find the files of the passwords and usernames, and we can actually conduct a directory traversal attack. Now, as we do have the some knowledge about the directory traversal attack, and now the demonstration of the directory traversal attack is being done by the Muhammad Asim. So I'm referring this video to him. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asim Z. Today I'm going to demonstrate the course project of info security. In this project, I'm going to demonstrate the traversal attack using a buggy web application. We can also use dot.pan or some other tools like Bubsuit, which are available on internet. But in our case, we are using a buggy web application for our purpose. Actually, we did it on our local host configured with XAMPP tool. In this demonstration, we are covering two approaches: traversal attack using files and traversal attack using directories. So let's get with this. And first of let me share the screen with you. So this is the buggy web application which we are using for our purpose. The default username is B and password is bug, and I log in. And from here I will choose a traversal attack option. So here there are two options: traversal attack using the dictionary and files. So let's first see the two files. As you can see, we are in message.txt file, and these are the things which are present in this file. If I go in CMD and traverse to the buggy web application where I installed it, and try to run message.txt, and from here I can change. Let's suppose I will change to Word and save. When I go back and re-upload it, we can see the change here also. So through this we can manipulate or modify the data. We can also place the links here, like this is the link. We can move user from one side to another link. We surely get him to a trap, but our main purpose is to traverse in the files uh, like if we know the file name like uh, add, add like login.php is the file name. So these are the things which are present in this file. These are some passwords, some methods, and used in databases. And so this is a confidential things which we are seeing here through directories, through files traversing. So let's change the file HP. So these are things which are present in this file or page. We can also name a page traversal attack or file traversal attack. Our next objective is to do this attack with directories. So select and directories and take on hack. So as we can see that we are in directory named documents, and documents, there are several files here. We can access to them from here. And what if we change the name of directory, like if I go to admin? So these are the things which are these are the files which are present in this directory named admin. Name admin. If I change the directory name with the passwords, so this is the directory which hold these files. And one more thing is that we can also go to C drive, and in the Windows directory through this command, through this modification in the URL, and we can get all the directory files available in the Windows directory in the C drive. These are all the files actually in my system, or which are we are accessing them through traversing by server at the server side. And one last thing is that if I place dot forward slash, it will take me the the thing that it was initially placed like this. It take me to these files, actually these files, where we installed our buggy web application, and it take me to these files or directory. From here I can see that these all the files are placed in this. And if I place two more dots and forward slash again, we can see that we can move back one more back step from there. Like if I go back here, I can see that these are the files available here, and the same files are available on the server side. And if I place two more dots and forward slash again, we can go back one more time. And same if I go back forward slash again, these are the things which one more step back from the directory. So as you can see, these files now they are displaying at the server side. These files are actually in my drive, D drive, at my system, but we are getting it at the server side because we are using a traversing attack through directories. So that's how we are did the traversal attack in the using directories and files. Thank you for watching.